Aujourd'hui, je vais parler de, obviously, the glory that is Mr. Fluffy once again. Been a while, and this clip has nothing to do with anything except how unique I'd like to think our cat is. Though I am aware that I'm possibly totally wrong and out of my depth on cat behavior here. But hey, whatever. If that's the case, I can just claim awful pet owner privilege. Yeah. Ayo, XenPuck here. So I'm really still quite a new pet owner, at least I claim that in case I offend some super long-term cat owners by my pedestrian level cat observations. But that's life, isn't it? There will always be someone who knows more than me on facts of any subject, right? That's not really what we're talking about here. Today, I just want to share what I think of as not super common behavior that my cat exhibits that really makes Mr. Fluffy who he is. Not just a regular fur ball, but a fancy schmancy cat who's probably, definitely, maybe looking down on us inside his little cat brain. Look at him, he's so cute. I'm most curious whether I am somewhat accurate on thinking these are unique-ish traits for a cat, or do all cats do this, right? As you can see, his fur is basically running all over my face. One of the privileges that I get from shooting with a cat, I guess. Well, hopefully the internet will let me know, or even tell me how to correct these behaviors if they actually need correcting. Anyway, okay. Hey, good segue into the whole, if you like videos about cats, subscribe and like and share and comment, even though I don't really make videos about Mr. Fluffy nearly as much as I did a few months ago. Or really, whatever you want to do, because you're smart and kind, clearly, obviously. Alright. Number one, Mr. Fluffy likes to leap high inside of doorway openings or door arches, like he's trying to chase something. But it's not always towards like an exterior door. I noticed that he mostly jumps, against inside door arches, up interior hallways, and frankly, I'm stumped, right? I keep thinking that maybe this cat can see the ghosts of pests past or something. Or maybe it's because he has amazing hearing, allowing him to pick up the microscopic amounts of movements via whatever. Anyway, then obviously my mind just wanders to our cats hanging out with the ghost cats, making pottery around one of those wheel thingies. Hang out 1 second. But that seems like it would be difficult for a cat to accomplish, with the lack of opposable thumbs and whatnot. Oh, wait, yes, I said it. Ghost, mofos. Who's ever even seen that movie? Actually, I don't even think I've seen it in its entirety either. But that's besides the point. You know what scene I'm talking about anyway. I guess we should be happy that he's able to leap quite a distance despite the fact that he's, big-boned. But it just seems to me like a lot of wasted energy. After all, why jump so high towards no prey, or visible prey anyway? I mean, he's never jumped that high onto a human, and I rarely have seen him leap this high onto tall surfaces, right, like our island or whatever. Oh, maybe he does that at night when I'm not around to shoo him off our kitchen island, right? Definitely a possibility. But why door arches? What's inside a door arch? I'm super, super curious to know. Holy good lord, he is shedding like a mofo. I feel like I'm slapping myself trying to get his fur out of my face. Number two, he stomps all over us when we're asleep, like just walks over my tummy. Sometimes he's just like standing on me for a bit while surveilling the land, or at least that's what I imagine he's doing when he's got one paw on me and then turns around to look the other way. Like, I'm also curious why he would stop mid-step, right? Like, what's so important that he couldn't either keep going or lie down? Because I know he's a lazy little bugger. But to stop with 1 foot on me, I mean, it kind of tickles, to be honest. I'd much prefer if he would just jump over me instead of step on me. I know he can definitely jump over me, right? I know I'm turning into a bit of a chubster in my old age, but still quite a distance from the vast girth of a Jabba, right? If I do say so myself. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's aware that my stomach is part of the same organism as me, right? And wifey would like to say Mr. Fluffy's scared of me because I spend the time during the day to chase him around the house sometimes. And when I observe this behavior when he's stepping on me, I think that's a clear sign that he's not scared of me at all, okay? He so nonchalantly just literally steps over me, okay? Is it because he thinks that I'm asleep? Because I'm not moving? But hey, if you step on me, I'm definitely gonna wake up real quick. Though most of the time I'm way too tired and just more amused to see, you know, what kind of cat behavior he's gonna do next. And in that sense, I do rarely move him even when he is step on me, so maybe this cat's smarter than I give him credit for. He knows when to pick on me when I won't respond. And finally, point number 3, he ferociously attacks the ankle of my wifey. I mean, seriously, apparently the way the wifey tells the story, he even stalks her, right? Which she has, she's able to recognize because of, I guess, the cat's tail wagging patterns or something. I mean, when I say ferociously, I do mean that, to the point where my wifey is like screaming for assistance, for my assistance, I mean. And usually now that I know that's why she's screaming, I just kind of leave her alone to encourage that my wifey actually learns that she's much larger than a cat and should be able to lord it over Mr. Fluffy. I mean, I guess this behavior is probably the easiest to explain. After all, wifey got Mr. Fluffy declawed on his front paws, and apparently they bite more since they don't have those front pincers to protect themselves with. Not that I think he's protecting himself against my wifey, obviously, right? I always say he does this because he's trying to practice hunting with wifey because Mr. Fluffy loves her the most, right? This way wifey will become a better hunter and Mr. Fluffy won't have to carry the burden of feeding both himself and his cat human when the times get rough or something, right? Little does he know the wifey provides societal value via her brain, not her brawn. Still, under my tutelage, wifey has finally learned enough distancing techniques to chase the cat around instead of being chased at this point. I'm so glad. I mean, I don't like hearing wifey's voice in distress, but it's just kind of funny to watch an adult human lady feeling threatened by a fluffy designer cat. Okay, so frankly, I'm not sure if I want my Mr. Fluffy to correct any of these behaviors, right? Except, I guess, when he's literally lording over me when I'm asleep, probably. I mean, seriously, just step over me, buddy. Okay, don't make your decisions while crushing on my tummy. You're not a skinny cat, Jesus. But the mystery jumps and his biting of wifey, those are all pretty funny. I mean, I'm even a little jealous on how he attacks wifey, but never me. After I read that as in he wants to make sure his lady cat human is strong enough to survive in the wild via play, right? But he doesn't want to make sure that I'm strong enough too? I mean, or maybe he thinks that I'm plenty strong already since I can usually catch him just running around the house. Definitely someone who's not an adult, I feel like, when I do that, right? I mean, I think I can be proud of it because aren't cats supposed to be fast and nimble? Well, maybe most cats. Not this one, though. He's way too wide and fluffy for that. Poor little guy. Anyway, cheers. Ella Proshin.